All right, Shalom. For the phone, I'm going to give our praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shem Shai, by Shem Harakak Kodak Bakathum. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and to our audience across the globe, teaching the word of truth and sincerity. I want to say Shalom. This is Dianawa from the Great Millstone Campus, Chicago, with a lesson. And today's lesson is a personal lesson. First, I want to say Salachyah the brothers by Affinity Brothers, and I'm gonna start off with this. This is Proverbs 22 and 1. It says, "A good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and loving favor rather than silver and gold." All right, and they go to that name, which is Shem. I believe it's Shem. That was Shem. Shem. All right, and then it goes to reputation. Reputation. All right. So a good reputation is rather to be chosen than a great riches and loving favor rather than silver and gold. All right, and it's hard to get your name clean when it's dirty. All right, and you can't blame any people for going off the reputation of your name. If you're known as the neighborhood thief, you're always gonna be the neighborhood thief. If you're known as the neighborhood hood rat, you're gonna be known as the neighborhood hood rat, and so on and so forth. So let's get that established that you want to have a good name amongst the brethren, man. All right, and if it's dirty, then we should be trying to clean it up and rectifying those wrongs. Okay. There's another one to get to. It says Ecclesiastes 7:1. It says a good name is better than precious ointment in the day of death than the day of one's birth. All right, and mother's brother like to smell good and buy these expensive perfumes and colognes. Your name should smell just as good, man. All right, there's been a lot of video going on about being brotherly, being mature, being grown. All right. And a lot of that has to do with reputation as a name. A lot of it has to do with how are you treating the brothers, man. Not just treating yourself. All right. Sirach 20. I'm gonna get into this and some other scriptures, and Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. Let me see where we're at. This Sirach 20. Let's start at 9. So there's a sinner that have good success in evil things, and there's the gain that turn to loss. See, sometimes you're looking for the easy way out, trying to hit licks and, the quick, fast money is not going to work here in the truth, man. All right, a lot of us came from drug dealing backgrounds, hustling backgrounds, and we shouldn't be out here trying to hustle brothers, man. All right, now, to get a balance too, all right, we're not always going to have it All right, and brothers do help, and there's nothing wrong with that. All right, but to take advantage, all right, there is something wrong with that. All right. Um, so there's a gift that shall not profit thee, and there's a gift whose recompense is double. All right. Sometimes you get things that are more than what you ask for, man. All right. And hey, that's just the blessing of the Lord. So there's an abasement because of glory. There's that lifted up his head from a low estate. There is that buyeth much for a little, repayeth it sevenfold. All right, you go that word buy, I believe it's receive. All right, and there's nothing wrong with there's a lot more pleasure in giving. A lot more blessings come from giving than receiving. All right. It says, a wise man by his words maketh him beloved. The graces of a fool shall be poured out. The gift of a fool shall do thee no good when thou hast it. Neither yet of the envious for necessity. You're looking to receive many things for one, right? You don't want to be in a, you give out something and then you expect it back 100-fold, man. All right. The Lord seems like a cheerful giver. My fellas, get this. One of our favorite scriptures. It's Sirach 12 and 1. It says, when thou do good, know to whom thou doest it, so shalt thou be thanked for thy benefits. Do good to the godly man, and thou shalt find no recompense. If not for him, yet from the Most High. There can no good come to him that is always occupied in evil, nor to him that giveth no alms, man. All right. Verse 4 it says, give to the godly man and help not a sinner. Do well unto him that is lowly, and give not to the ungodly. Hold back thy bread, and give it not unto him, lest he overmaster thee thereby, for else thou shalt receive twice as much evil for all the good thou shalt have done unto him. Alright? They're saying a lot here, man. And brothers look at each other as being the Lord, so they're quick to help. All right, they're quick to aid and assist, as they say. Okay. But also, man, you also got to know who it is that you are doing these deeds to. All right. And sometimes brothers aren't able to pay you back in a timely fashion. Some brothers may not be able to pay you back everything whole. And some brothers just are okay with portions and things like that. Some others swipe it up under the rug, all right? But also, when those things do happen, the Lord ends up blessing these brothers, man. All right, I personally have seen it happen, all right? And this is not to say that, you're not to pay brothers back or anything like that, all right, just so you can receive a blessing from the Lord. But at the same time, the Lord does bless those who are not blessed, who don't receive what they put out. All right? There can no good come to him that is always occupied in evil, or to him that giveth no alms. You know where evil is bad times. So a brother's always doing something that's off, all right, and doesn't and is not charitable. Well, a lot of things you can tell just from his lifestyle and from the things that he is doing, man. All right. To get to the godly man and help not a sinner. All right. When you have it, you should be giving it back, man. All right. And I've been in situations where that hasn't always been the case, and it gives you a blemish, it gives you a blot on your name. All right, it said, "Be well unto him that is lowly, but give not to the ungodly. Hold back thy bread and give it not unto him, lest he overmaster thee thereby. For else thou shalt receive twice as much evil for all the good thou shalt have done to him." All right, and like I said earlier, man, know you do good to. All right, because some people will speak evil of you, give you a hard time. All right, for the thing that you have done for him, man. Okay. Back in Sirach 20. Sirach 20 and 15. He giveth little and upbraideth much. He openeth his mouth like a crier. Today he lendeth, and tomorrow he will ask it again. Such a one is to be hated of the Most High men, and that's and this is a true statement, man. All right, we had class yesterday, and it's 100% true. All right, it's a double-edged sword. All right, you want to do the bare minimum, but you want a lot back. All right, you can't just those ways are not to be. You open the mouth like a crier, right? You're always in need. You always got your hand out. Asking brothers to do this and do that. It becomes ridiculous at times, man. All right, and this is a cut to me, man, because like I said, man, there's a lot of personal things that we all have to work out. All right, but some things are just self-inflicted. Those are the things that are more that need to be taken more seriously, man. The things that you do to yourself. It says, he give a little and upbraideth much. He opens his mouth like a crier. Today he lendeth, and tomorrow he will ask it again. All right, man. So if you got, if that's your last $20, man, and that brother need help, then you just can't get it. You just can't give it to him, man. All right. Skip down to verse 21. It says, there is that is hindered from sinning through want, and when he taketh rest, he shall not be troubled. All right, it's easy to sleep better when you ain't got nothing, man. All right. Sometimes Jake don't need a whole bunch of money in their pocket because it makes their ass tweak. All right. Because there's one that destroyeth his own soul through bashfulness, by accepting a person's overthroweth himself. See, sometimes you could be a detriment to yourself by being too charitable, all right? And then you being too charitable puts yourself in a situation to where you're gonna need help, man. All right. There is that for bashfulness promises to his friend, maketh him his enemy for nothing. All right. So if you can't do it, you can't do it, and you just go to your brother, all right, and be truthful about the situation that you're in, all right, and make amends for I'm trying to rectify that situation, man. All right, because brothers do look for you to say what you're gonna do. All right. The lie is the foul blot in the man, yet it is continually in the mouth of the untaught. All right, that's the point, man. All right, you don't want a foul blot on yourself, man. All right, it's hard to clean up a name once it's dirty, man. Power. This is Proverbs 3 and 27. It's a cut. Um, to withhold not good from them to whom it is due, when it is in the power of thine hand to do it. Sit down to thy neighbor, go and come again, and tomorrow I will give thee when thou hast it by thee. You know, and nobody likes paying bills, nobody likes paying debts. All right, when we're subject to payments, and the debt is something that you approve, you know, which is a loan or whatever. All right, when payday come, man, you know, we shouldn't be running, man. We shouldn't be giving partial. All right, and this is where I fall short. This is where this video is lessons being made, or this video being made because it's something that it's a detriment to your spirit. All right, and it's a burden of brothers to always have to lift up another man. All right. So it's owed to him, you know, give it to him, man. All right, although you may be hurting afterwards, you may not be able to buy your beer or, you know, go get your cuckoo or whatever, man. The new shoes that you want. Hey, take care of your brother first, man. This is something that I've been selfish on. And I want to say Salachyah to the brothers involved. All right. It says, but say not unto thy neighbor, go and come again, and tomorrow I'll give thee when I have the body. Hey, if it's in your pocket, give it to him, man. All right? There's nothing wrong. I mean, just plain and simple, man. All right? One, the apocrypha. Come on. Come on. See, hold on. Right. The Sirach 18. This is yeah, I thought this was a chapter. This is a good one. This is another one I'm gonna get, Lord willing. This is Sirach 18 and 15. My son, blemish not thy good deeds, neither use uncomfortable words without giveth anything. All right, you know, and if you're in a situation you're able to give a brother, bless a brother, all right, and do it cheerfully, man. All right, don't do it with a spirit of being a Grinch, so to speak, man. All right, you know, and then I'm gonna jump down to verse to verse 33. It said, be not made a beggar by banqueting upon borrowing, When I have nothing in thy purse, but thou shalt lay in wait for thine own life and be talked on, man. All right, so you can't get mad when brothers talking shit about your ass begging, man. All right, all right, and and like the brother said, man, I'm too old for that. We're too old to be being in need of petty things all the time, man. All right, and it just shows a lack of maturity, shows a lack of respect, all right, and consideration to your brethren, man. And Salachyah, this is something that has been brought to my attention, all right, and it's just something that I know that, like I always say, if I'm going through it, I know other brothers are going through it, man. All right, and we shouldn't be borrowing things that we don't have to do the things that we want to do. All right. I want to get to before I get to Romans. Let me see. Man, get to work. You see, I gotta get it to the spirit. Call all of us outside. Yep, Sirach 4. There's another one too that I want to get. This is one of them. Sirach 4. Sirach 4 and 31. So let not thine hand be stretched out to receive, and shut when thou shouldest repay, man. Alright, and we don't want to be niggers with our loot. Alright, when you owe a brother, man. Alright, brother gonna say it's cool. They're gonna say don't worry about it, but at the same time you still owe. Alright, let's not make this with the word. Let's not play semantics. With the brethren when it comes to do it. Taking care of your business, man. Alright. I'm trying to word to get this one. I really. Man, what is that, man? It's I gotta get. I'm gonna search for it. I'm gonna search. I believe it's in Sirach. Let me see. This is it. me see. Man, what is that? I don't want to search it. Well, here we go. The Water album. This Sirach 29:01. It says, "He that is merciful will lend unto his neighbor, and he that strengtheneth his hand keepeth the commandments." All right, and we don't want to take brother kindness for weakness. We don't want to be using a brotherhood. All right, we don't want to be a burden to brothers, man. All right. It said, "Lend to thy neighbor in time of his need, and pay thou thy neighbor again in due season," man. So if you borrow, you pay it back, man. All right. We shouldn't be having outstanding debts, owing a whole bunch of different brothers. All right. I know brothers are very giving and charitable. All right. And every brother's not the same. Some brothers count it a loss. Some brothers, they want their chalupa. And you can't blame anybody for wanting what's owed to them. All right, you want the kingdom. All right, It says, Sirach. I'm sorry. Go to 3. You keep thy word and deal faithfully with him, and thou shalt always find the thing that is necessary for thee. Right, man. If you're able to borrow and pay it back, the brother has no problem with lending to you again, man. All right. So many, when a thing was lent them, reckoned it to be found, and put them to trouble that helped them. All right. So when you receive something, man, all right, that person wants to get it back. All right, a brother may give you his car note money, right? Because you said you're gonna pay him back before his car note due, and now the brother is looking for that payment, man. All right. Until he had received, he will kiss a man's hand, and for his neighbor's money, he will speak submissively. But when he shall repay, he will prolong the time, return words of grief, and complain of the time. And the scripture, a wicked man maketh an excuse according to his will, man. All right, and things do happen. I know brothers got judgments on them. They got garnishments, they got health and insurance, man. But all these things should be taken into account before you put yourself out there, man. All right. It says, if you prevail, he shall hardly receive the half, and he will count as if he had found it. If not, he hath deprived him of his money, and he hath gotten him an enemy without cause, because he payeth him with cursings and railings, and for honor he will pay him disgrace. Man, a brother do this thing out of the goodness of your heart, and then you want to get mad when he asks you for his cheddar, man. So many therefore have refused to lend for other men's ill dealings, fearing to be defrauded. All right. And and that's the reason why brothers act the way they do when it comes to certain situations when brothers are in need, man. All right. So yet have thou patience with the man in poor estate, and delay not to show him mercy. All right. Sometimes Jake, sometimes you do. Sometimes you hit hard bumps in the road on hard times. All right. Just things that come up that you may not have expected. All right, there's things that may set you back more than you thought. All right, your tire may went out. You may have to buy a tire or something, or whatever the case may be, man. All right, and we just gotta prioritize our finances, man. Yet have thou patience with the man in the poor estate, and delay not to show him mercy. And sometimes you gotta sympathize with brothers also, man. All right, now it means it's a balance to this. To help the poor for the commandment's sake, and turn him not away because of his poverty. All right, help the poor for the commandment's sake, and turn out. Hey, if a brother truly in need, I've never seen a brother truly in need and not get what he wanted, ever. All right, even brothers who we know to be found niggards and things like that, man. They never got what they never not got what they wanted. It said, "Lose thy money for thy brother and thy friend, and let it not rust under a stone to be lost." You know, you want to be that one that's giving out instead of receiving all the time. You know, there's things that brothers do behind closed doors. There's things that brothers, do that other brother may not know. You know, we call it behind the scenes, so to speak. All right, so we don't know how every single dollar is kept or spent from a brother, and neither any brother business how every single dollar is kept or spent. All right, but the point being is that when you're able to help, then you help. All right. Um, all right, I did a lesson on surety, but that was that was a while ago. But I find it on my page. I want to end it on this is Romans 8:13, I think. Or 13:8. This is Romans 13:8. I'm gonna end it here. It says, "Oh no man anything but to love one another, for he that loveth one another hath fulfilled the law." All right. So our job is to pay things back, man. With that, I'm gonna say shalom.